Celebrate 20 years of Saga's supporting, advocating for the transgender community in Tucson, which, when you think about it, as has been mentioned, is really pretty amazing. I'm going to go with the holding it this way idea. Hang on. There, that's better. 20 years. I'm guessing there's probably some people out in the room that aren't even 20 years old yet. I won't ask you to identify yourselves. So 20 years makes Saga one of the oldest transgender-led organizations in the country. Am I right, Abby? Abby's like, I'm eating food, don't bother me. So, as Aaron mentioned, we're proud of what we've accomplished in 20 years. A lot of good has been done, but we recognize that as an organization, we have room to grow. And we have room to learn, and we have room to be better, to reach out to parts of our community that maybe are not engaged with us right now. And we are going to be working on that in the coming year, in the coming 10 years. Who knows where we'll be in 20 years? Well, hello, Kelly. We also gather, and we chose this date specifically because it is National Coming Out Day. Now, National Coming Out Day, especially here in Tucson, often kind of gets overshadowed because, well, we don't do Pride till September because somebody realized that June's a really lousy time to have a parade in Tucson. I'm hoping they'll eventually realize that September is still a lousy time to have a parade in Tucson. If anybody walked in that, you'll understand. But National Coming Out Day is still an important day, and it's something we need to celebrate. Because in 2018, coming out is still an act that's filled with risk and still filled with fear, that still takes courage and strength, and it really is something that we should celebrate. So the LGBTQ community here in Tucson has come a long way. As we've heard a little bit tonight, I don't think back in 1998 that probably too many people would have envisioned us being where we're at today and the progress that's been made, especially in the last few years. The fact that we can gather here tonight in this place in a public venue in downtown Tucson as bisexual, gay, lesbian, pansexual, asexual individuals, whether we're transgender or cisgender, is really something pretty remarkable. And I think we should celebrate that. We owe a lot to the work that Saga's done, but it's not just Saga. We owe a lot to the fact that there are many organizations in this community and many individuals who've been working hard to make Tucson a place that is more welcoming and more inclusive. Organizations that we as Saga are honored to partner with, some of whom are here tonight, the YWCA, SAFE, Tihan, Senior Pride, Mariposas Sin Fronteras, the GLBT Chamber of Commerce, who sponsored us tonight, Camp Born This Way, I think there's a few of us here. And many others, there's others I can name, but we have a rich community here in Tucson, and we can be thankful for that. We have so much to celebrate, and it's good to stop for a moment and do that. It's good to stop and say, look how far we've come. However, we're not unaware of the challenges that we face. In 2018, we're facing a growing backlash against the limited progress that we've made. We see our government, both nationally and at a state level, actively working to roll back the progress that we've accomplished, trying to push us back to a time when many of us had to live in the closet just to survive. In 2018, to date, last time I checked, which was earlier this week, at least 22 transgender people have been murdered in this country alone. Mostly transgender women and non-binary persons of color. In 2018, we saw a school in Oklahoma cancel classes for several days. Why? Because the threats against a transgender student were so severe that in the end, they forced that family to try to move out of state to where they could feel safe in 2018. In 2018, we have a candidate right here in Arizona for Secretary of State who believes that we, the LGBTQ community, do not deserve legal protection, unlike his opponent. I won't name his name, but I think you get the message. In 2018, prominent religious leaders advocate with increasing boldness for the right to discriminate against us simply on their religious beliefs. In 2018, we have a man occupying the White House who is actively supporting an anti-LGBTQ agenda. These days feel dark. They do. And the challenges we face are real. It takes persistence and perseverance simply to get up every day and continue the effort to defend our rights, to be who we are, and to love who we want. I don't know about you, but some days I'm tired and I don't want to get up and I don't want to fight that fight. But I won't give up. I won't give up because this is too important. I will not go back in that closet. And I will continue to fight so that none of us has to return to or remain in a closet. On this National Coming Out Day, we declare once again to the world that we will not be silent. We will not be ashamed. We will not hide who we are. We are proud and we are here. 3 years ago tomorrow, I came out for the first time. I missed the day, I realized. I didn't even realize it was a day at the time. And I wasn't exactly planning to come out, it just kind of happened, as sometimes is the case. For the 4 years prior to that, I had wrestled in isolation with my gender identity and my sexual orientation. I lived in fear. Fear of losing the most significant relationship in my life, which unfortunately I did, and fear of being rejected by society. I honestly thought that if I owned my identity, no one would accept me. I thought that I would be alone for the remainder of my life. I didn't have a single person I could talk to about that struggle. No one. I had never felt more isolated and alone. And perhaps you've been in that place. Perhaps you can relate to that. Perhaps you're in that place right now. And if so, I hope you will leave tonight knowing that you are not alone. You are part of a community that will welcome and embrace you, that will wrap you in love and acceptance and affirmation. If you feel isolated and alone tonight, I hope you will not leave this place without talking to me or any of these other wonderful people here, so that you can leave knowing that you are not alone, that you are loved and you are valued. I look around the room here, I see a lot of faces I know, a lot of friends, a lot of acquaintances. I see faces that are new to me, some that I haven't met yet. I see a community that is proud, that's loving, that's accepting, and I am so honored to belong to this community. I was afraid I'd spend my life isolated and alone. I couldn't have been more wrong. We're not perfect. But we have so much to celebrate. We have so many reasons to be proud. And we, as a group, as a collective group, the LGBTQ community, will continue to work for a better future here in Tucson, in Pima County, in Southern Arizona. We're going to work for a better future in this whole state and in this whole country. When I look out at this room, I see people who give me hope. I gotta adjust my page. Together, we are going to work in confident hope that there will come a day when we will not need to celebrate National Coming Out Day because nobody will have to stay in the closet, nobody will have to be afraid to be who they are. I believe that the day will come when the stigma and shame of being bisexual, lesbian, gay, pansexual, transgender, asexual won't be there. We're not there yet, but that day will come. I believe that. I have to believe that. And you all give me hope that that will be the case. So thank you. Thank you for coming tonight to celebrate with us, but even more, thank you for being who you are. Thank you. Whether you're within the LGBTQ community or whether you're an ally, thank you. You give me hope for tomorrow, and I hope you give each other hope as well. Let's continue to support each other, to stand together, and believe in a better future. Thank you. Now I'd like to call you back.